more powers who can ruin your life. Red hair, one stare, and suddenly you're rewatching X-Files every night. Gillian said, trust no man. Kate said, try women instead. She wasn't out, but my heart was in. Rachel with a sword, that was my origin. Ain't it strange how the canon forgot all the tension, all the heat, all the looks? We saw it, we felt it, we paused it, we yelled it. She saved the world, but wrecked our brain. She raised the dead and sparked our flame. She wasn't loud, but she was loud, and now we're saying it proud. That's so Sapphic.
Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of That's So Sapphic.
I'm Alexi Melvin.
And I'm Jane Postlethwaite. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's 2026.
It's been a year so far. Feels like it's been a whole year.
Yeah, January is 586 days long.
Yeah, I think that is precise. Yeah.
Precisely. Did you have a good Christmas?
I like the actual day of Christmas, or the like
in general.
I mean, honestly, like we covered that in our last episode.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Did you? Is it okay?
Yes. It's great. Good New Year. Did you make any New Year's resolutions?
None that I can say publicly.
Okay. Great. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
But we are live from New York, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
This is you'll hear sirens and city noises possibly.
I've always been live from New York. It's
the
development is on your end.
I am 2 rooms away from you right now.
Yeah, I could get up and at some point I will.
Just for the frame. But we've been hunkering down. There's been a snowstorm, so we have been watching lots of TV shows, and everyone was commenting on this in our comments. I think everyone was mentioning it in our comments. Yeah.
People were downright angry with me for not covering Pluribus yet.
Yes.
And I didn't know, I started to hear about it. I had some friends that were watching it, and then it became like, all the Sapphics were shipping these 2 women, and I knew nothing about it. Like I knew, like a vague kind of like what it was kind of about, but I really didn't do much research. But yeah, calm down. Like I was being yelled at.
Everyone calm down. The whole episode is going to be on this.
Yes.
Pluribus,
yeah.
Pluribus.
Well done.
Thank you.
You got it. Yeah.
I did watch the first episode a few weeks back, but the first episode is quite stressful. If you haven't watched it, maybe go and watch it and then come back and listen or watch this podcast, because we don't want to ruin it for you, but we are going to. We finished it and we are going to deep dive into it. So there will be spoilers. So if you haven't watched it, go now. Go watch it.
Yeah, and push through the first episode. If you're a little squeamish, if you're a little you just push through it. It does get more, it gets lighter, there's more levity. There's
It's like a black comedy, I would describe it as. But I watched the first episode, and I remember saying to you, I don't know whether I can stomach another 8 episodes. It's 9 episodes in total, I think. And then when we watched it again, we're like, should we carry it on or not?
Yeah.
Like, everyone's talking about it. We should carry on. And then we couldn't get enough of it. Could not get enough of it.
It got so good. Yeah.
So good.
The concept is so smart, especially just like today, the world we live in. It's like, it's very topical in a way, but also, we talked about, I love the fact that another Carol, first, what is with Carol and lesbians?
Yeah. Pick another name.
why are all the fictional lesbians Carol? Why?
Why?
There's so many names, but fine, it works anyway. I love the fact that Carol is Sapphic,
Yeah.
and she just is like that. Has nothing to do with the plot.
No.
She
No.
just happens to be a badass. We assume lesbian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Vince Gilligan wrote it, and he
Mm-hmm.
wrote on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul,
Mm-hmm.
which Rhea Seehorn is in Better Call Saul. I think I watched one episode of that. I never really saw it through. But apparently Vince was weary of writing bad guys, so flipped it so it would be a woman and a Sapphic woman as well, which I think is
I
really
see.
interesting. And he already knew Ray from Better Call Saul, so apparently she didn't even read the script. She just agreed to do it because he was writing it, and he kind of wrote it for her. So
I can see why.
yeah, but she's just she's brilliant. As you say, we're going to spoil it. I mean, it starts out. She is an author of these like love story, adventure, romance novels.
Romance novels.
So you see her like being chatty to people, and then as soon as she gets in the car, she's just bitchy about the whole thing, which I really liked.
Yeah, and then you realize that her girlfriend is, what is she, like her publicist or her
like
something
a publicist.
like that.
Yeah. Helen. She's a manager and wife.
Manager. She's a manager.
So Helen's quite upbeat.
And they're married.
They're married, and Helen's quite upbeat, and she is quite positive about everything. And as the series goes on, you see how different they are, but how like Helen was the one kind of keeping Carol on track, should we say. But yeah, the first episode is...
How gay is that she marries her manager?
Very gay. Was she the manager first, do you think? And then they got married? Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, we see them in the car, and then we understand that there's been a drinking issue. And then they go to a bar, and then all the weird shit happens. But at the beginning as well, like we have all the scientist thing going on. So the whole episode, you're like, what is going on? And it's stressful because people are reacting in different ways. And yeah, I feel like triggered by people like having fits and stuff. It's a hard watch.
Like, it starts out and it seems like it's just going to be like this, sort of, what do you call, like epidemic, like viral epidemic kind of things, like contagion, or it seems like it's just going to be like that the whole time, like people trying to escape this viral thing, like whatever's going around, but it very much does not wind up being that way. I mean, it is like everybody catches it except those, what is it, 12?
Yeah. 11 or 12,
11 or 12.
Oh, 11 others, yeah, so 12. So Carol, is one that doesn't get affected by everything. I kind of like the vibe of it. I like it's kind of Twilight Zone,
Black Mirror,
Night of the Body Snatchers, or whatever that film's called. And we said as well that it reminded us of Lost, didn't it?
There's something about it that is it's like kind of how I don't know, why is that? Something about the vibe of it did remind me of Lost.
I think it's the adventure and the plot. There's so many twists and turns like within one episode, and you're like, what is going on? But this is like super interesting.
Also, I think once there's kind of like the split perspective of like her and then the guy from
Paraguay, I think.
Paraguay. That felt very Lost.
So yeah, there are 11 other people who've not been affected, and throughout the series, Carol is trying to connect with them, and she's trying to see if there's a way of reversing this kind of epidemic. It's not an epidemic, what do we say? Like a viral contagion. So basically, everyone has become a hive mind. So everyone has become like one consciousness, apart from 11 people, including and Carol. So you get these people who are now super positive, super helpful.
Well, it's basically like their chat GPT.
Yeah, it is that. You said that when we were watching. They are like chat GPT.
But super positive all the time. They know everything. It's like they have this collective that is the cool, that would be the cool thing. Like you have this collective knowledge of every expert in the world.
But I was saying to you as well, like when you have the knowledge of all the bad shit that's happened to
Yes,
people,
but I think
you think it overrides.
Well, I think they would use, like, let's say it's a serial killer, you know, they would use their strengths in a good way. So, you know, like the meticulousness and the, you know, like the, you know,
the
what
drive,
I mean? Like the drive, the strategy,
the cleaning up,
yeah,
the disposing of bodies. Yeah,
that's exactly. They do have to dispose of bodies. So yeah, that's my theory.
But it has become Apple TV. It's become the most watched series in the platform's history, overtaking Severance and Ted Lasso as well. That's how popular it's been. Yeah,
didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I was getting yelled at so much in the comments, because so I made this one reel that was I think it was the Golden Globes. It was like the
over 50
women over 50 who sort of like slayed at the Golden Globes, and I didn't realize that Rhea Seehorn was over 50 because I hadn't really done my research on her yet.
Yeah.
And so initially I made the reel without her in it, and boy did I start to get I was just annihilated immediately.
And so you should have been.
Yeah, I know. Within the first like 2 minutes, and I was like, oh, I'm doing this over. Didn't realize. So I put her in it prominently, obviously, because she's
53.
Amazing. Yeah, 53.
53 years old. I think she's has this thing as well of like women playing the roles that are traditionally being given to men, like the bad boy. Like she just takes no shit, and I think that really helps with her being a lesbian. Like she just doesn't have time for like nonsense.
Yeah. And there's also this, you know, like I'm trying to think of examples other than Harry Potter, but it's like the chosen one, you know, it's like, it's that kind of motif, but I would strain to think of ones that were actually women, much less women over 50 who are gay. Like that, I was so glad to see that kind of thing, like taken over by a woman, a Sapphic woman. That was so cool.
And just like having all her flaws, you know, she's had a problem with alcohol, you know, just, like I said, she just doesn't take shit and she's not having it. She's like, what can I do? She's being proactive.
I think we resonated quite a bit with her not having it attitude. Like there are a few things, the delivery of her lines, I was like, oh, I feel seen.
Her delivery, her swearing, bluntness, resting bitch face.
Yeah.
Very good with DIY. She's very practical. Because there's like heart-wrenching scenes as well, because underlining she's, spoiler alert, her wife dies. And so she's dealing with that grief. And she's kind of putting all her energy into like, how do I solve this? How do I fix this? But you have those like really tender moments where we get flashbacks with Helen. And again, like Helen's like the positive one who wants to take fun on adventures, and Carol's kind of like the sulky one who doesn't want to do things. He's too cold for the ice hotel. Yeah. And you kind of go through that with her, like the memories. She's like, all these memories are coming back. And there's just a scene where she has to like bury her, and then when the wolves come, you're like, oh shit. Yeah. But she's so badass. I think it's so cool as well. Like out of all the cars she could have, she chooses the cop car.
Yeah, she could have chosen anything in the world. And they're like, oh, that's your car. She's like, yep.
Yep, it is. So what's interesting as well when she so the hive mind are basically saying, you can have anything you want. We just want to make you happy.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, why would they want to make her happy? Because they're all positive now?
Well, I think like their overriding like mission is to have like peace and
peace
harmony.
And
so anything to make her happy, but also it's manipulative because they just want her to like them enough to trust them so that they can get her to come over to the other side whenever they've cracked the code of like how to do that. So I think, it is like a twofold.
And you also get to know that every time that Carol is violent or aggressive towards them, like they almost have like a little fit, don't they? And they like they're like convulsing, and some of them die.
So a lot of them die.
A lot of them die. If Carol is like rude and aggressive, that some of the hive mind die.
They can't handle like opposition or negativity. Which then I think has sort of there's a lot of theories about what happens if she's like overly affectionate or like we'll kind of get to that.
But yeah, I think as well because the budget must have been huge because we're taken like all in like different places in the world. I'm thinking as well, like if you were the only person who hadn't been changed and you could have anything, like what would you do? Because I was saying to you, I was like, I'd just go like straight to the health food store and just get all the snacks. But when she goes, she just goes and gets like she kind of wants normality in it.
Yeah, she's like, I just want my Sprouts back. Like she has her Sprouts, which is kind of like, have you ever been to a Sprouts? No. You haven't been. Like it's like a Whole Foods. Yeah, it's kind of like a Whole Foods. So she's like, I want my Sprouts back, and they do. They bring back everything. They make sure she has her Sprouts.
But then she only gets like one trolley full. She doesn't go nuts.
She wants her, which then makes me think like she might be a little bit like autistic or neurospicy because she's like, I just want my.
I think it might be like grief. Like I think she's in that grief thing as well. She just wants the normality.
Yeah.
To cope with, the death of a wife, and now all of humanity is a hive mind.
I understand that. I mean, like if I was in this just insane situation, like I would want like my comfort things. I would want, my comfort snacks and my, like.
So my kombuchas. I just want my kombuchas.
And my keto
crisps
mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole character is just, she's so likable, even though she's being terrible at times. And you just really root for her.
Yeah.
So one of the things the hive mind does is, so early on in the first episode, they're talking about the, romance novel, like the lead guy. And they're like, oh, he's usually on the cover. And then, because we don't see him on the cover, because their new book just has the heroine. And then, so like there's just an episode starts and it's this woman, she gets on a motorbike, doesn't she? She flies a plane and she just turns up at Carol's house. And Carol goes and gets the book, and it's the hero love interest, but the male.
It would be the female version of the male, the male love interest that she's been writing for years and years and years. Yeah. It looks exactly like him. And
she just holds the book next to her.
Yeah. And she's like, well, even before she comes in, she's like, who are you? And she's like, just somebody who we thought you'd like.
Yeah.
And it's like, like they literally sent her dream woman. Yeah. Like this dream woman that she's had to sort of write as a man in the fictional sense.
Because there's another thing about she wanted it to be two females, but it would never sell.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. So it's literally like her dream.
Yeah.
Her dream walks in.
Zosha. Yeah. Who is played by Carolina Weidra or Carolina
Weidra.
Who's 44, same age as me, we found out when we Googled. She is a Polish actress, a model, and she was in True Blood.
Yeah.
I think I vaguely remember her being in that. And she's just, she just says yes to whatever Carol wants. What did she order? She ordered a hand grenade.
She did.
And they brought it for her.
They have to say yes. Yeah. They will do everything they can to kind of like skirt around it or be like, do you think that's a good idea? But they have to say yes. Like she was like, what if I wanted an atom bomb? And they're like, well, ultimately, do you want an atom bomb? So like we won't spoil any more of that. But yeah, they have to say yes.
And throughout as well, she's making notes and studying them, and she's got a whiteboard with like all of their qualities on. Like they can't lie, they're eager to please. But yeah, it's so one of the not survivors, but people who haven't been affected is the French guy. He's French, isn't he? I think.
Yeah, I think he's he might be like from Morocco or something, but he speaks French. Yeah,
he is using it to his advantage of just like having all these women to have sex with and living their lavish life. Like none of the 11 want to change anything.
No, not really.
About the situation. Like Carol seems to be the only one who wants things back to normal, apart from one other guy who they haven't been in contact with.
Yeah.
Who crops up later as well.
The French guy, he definitely he has a penthouse in Vegas with all the women he could want. He kind of turns it into, what would you say, like it's like 007. Like he creates like a 007 world for himself.
Yeah, they all play different roles
007.
in the casino. So Zosha is becoming very familiar with Carol. And there's kind of like a will they, won't they thing, which Carol doesn't pursue until she gets very lonely.
Yeah, I think she's like, why would you be attracted to a person who is a collective? Like that's creepy, but she starts to sort of unravel in a sense and get really lonely. Yeah. And she wants her back. Like there's a part where they leave her just completely unattended and alone. And, she needs something, they'll kind of make it happen, but they're like, she has no social interaction with anybody for like weeks. I feel like it's like weeks. Yeah. And then she wants her back.
Yeah. I think it's like 40 days or something. They leave her alone and she kind of goes a little bit insane. She does loads of cool stuff though, like lobbing golf fireworks. She does firework displays because she just doesn't give a shit. And she's like this close to the fireworks and she's just sat there. Blowing shit up, destroying stuff. She plays golf off a building and like puts out all the windows.
That would be fun. I would do that.
That would be fun.
Especially living in New York. I would so do that.
Definitely. Yeah, what other things would you do? If you were Carol and everyone left the city and you had the city to yourself, what would you do?
I don't know that I would stay in New York. I mean, it would be kind of cool. Like it's a whole world, I did say that I would go to Disney. I would have a Disney park, probably Disney World, all to myself. That would be, that would be amazing. I think it would be too lonely and creepy to have New York City just completely empty.
I would find out like where celebrities live and then go and have a look in their houses.
Just go creep in celebrities' houses.
Just creep in celebrities' houses. Go shopping. Loads of clothes.
Yeah, malls. Like shopping malls would be cool. Yeah,
I'd get all the health food shops. Raid them all. Get the nice shampoos, conditioners, facial stuff.
And they'll take you anywhere you want to go. I mean, I would go. I would want to see all everywhere. I'd want to see countries. I'd want to see Australia, Greece. Like just. Just doing around the world tour.
Would you ask to see? Which celebrity would you ask to see?
That was what I was going to bring up because I was going to ask. If they were gonna send you someone, like an avatar, whoever because we know it's not really them. We know it's not really them, but they would try to manipulate you. They would send you somebody.
They'd look like the person and they'd have the memories of the person, but they also have the memories of everyone else.
So I was trying to think like who they would send just lesbians, like, they would send, who they would send me.
Gillian Anderson.
They would send me Gillian Anderson.
And if that didn't work, it'd be Kate Blanchett.
I would be like, why not both? But
bring them all.
I would be like, can you recreate scenes from The Fall, except for not the creepy ones? Like, can you just walk around in the blouse and just like run? Just
the blouse. You just want her walking around in a blouse. That's all you want.
No.
Excuse me, Gillian Anderson. Can you recreate by that I mean just put on a blouse?
Yeah. And then maybe some scenes maybe like the seductive scenes from Carol would be fun to rewatch. They could put on skits.
So Kate Blanchett just gets her dressing gown on and just seduces you around your flat.
Let's not make it weird. Let's
That's
not make it weird.
You can have anything you want in the world.
That wouldn't be one of the things. I would like to have like the films recreated in front of me. That would be cool. Just like this, let's fast forward to this part. Go. Action.
Amazing. Now you're going to ask me and I don't really know. I don't know who celebrity-wise I'd want to turn up.
Me.
You. Obviously.
Yeah. Obviously. Except we'd both be survivors, I think. We'd both be the...
No, I'd be dead.
That's the spirit.
I wouldn't have made it. My
Why
little
did you say that?
My little pickled brain. But, we don't want to. No. My psychological issues. No. Okay. You'd be on your own, so you could...
Do you think
you have my
I would be a Carol?
You have my blessing to do what you want if it happens.
Thank you. Do you think I would be a Carol?
Yeah. Kinda. Although I don't know how good you are at DIY.
Well, that part I probably wouldn't excel at, but then I would have Gillian Anderson. I would have Gillian to help me.
Who has the knowledge of the
collective knowledge.
Knowledge of carpenters, welders.
Yeah.
IKEA.
Oh my God.
Stuff.
Can you imagine? Now we're talking about Gillian Anderson doing like mask lesbian jobs around. Good Lord.
And do you need to lie down? What's happening?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I feel bad for those listening right now, picturing it.
Yeah. But isn't it mad like how Kasosha has Helen's memories, so when they do get it on, she knows.
Spoiler alert.
You don't see it, you just see the morning after. She knows all the stuff that works.
Absolutely, yeah. All the sex stuff.
All the sexy stuff.
Can you imagine? She knows every button, She knows every button to push in the good way,
Yeah. And they travel the world together. They're like, because you said about traveling the world, they do travel the world together.
They do, yeah.
She's like, fuck it. Let's just do it. Let's eat all the nice food. Let's travel.
Yeah. Well, she thinks that there's just no way that they can get her to become a part of the collective without her consent. And so she's like, yeah, fuck it. Why not? I guess I'm here. And then, of course, she finds out that she might have been...
Maybe. No spoiler.
Might have been...
Watch it.
Might have been manipulated a bit. We'll see.
Yeah,
but
we'll
anyway,
see.
She does. We're not going to spoil everything. But she does. They do the around the world tour, which looks very nice.
I think she missed a trick. Who do you think Carol's lesbian celebrity crush would be?
Who do we think Carol is crushing on? Okay, well...
Jane Lynch?
You think Jane Lynch would be her celebrity crush? Maybe.
I could see.
I would say maybe more like a... I could see a Jodie Foster for her.
Jodie Foster, yeah.
I think that would be...
That's what the series needs to do. It needs to bring in a celeb.
Celebrity cameos, right?
Yeah, of what Carol wants. Missing a trick.
Yeah.
Apparently, Vince Gilligan has got 4... He knows it can go on for 4 series. He's got 4 series in him before he knows it needs to end.
Okay.
And series 2 has got the green light. But I don't want them to do what they did with Lost, which they kept it going. Because Lost was supposed to finish after like a few seasons. And they kept going for the cash. But yeah, I could see this wrapped up because like the first episode was like, how do they continue this? But
Well,
then we're brought in new characters to like spice things up a bit.
And also we started to see Carol kind of like crack Zosha. Like there was a moment where she was like, you could see she was kind of like having an embodied experience of her original self, you know? Remember that?
Yeah.
She's kind of like short. She's not like seizing or doing anything, you know, having a fit or anything, but she's like, you know, like almost like she's feeling herself again, like remembering things as herself.
Yeah, as an individual.
And then she kind of snaps back and she's like, you know, back to the hive mind. But it's like I could see Carol figuring out a way in the same way that her negative emotions impact them, like finding the alternative. And then also the guy from Paraguay also cracks like a frequency that affects them.
Yeah, he's also been studying it, but more from a scientific point of view. Because that's the thing that she's like, where are the scientists? And he, even if he isn't a scientist, he's very like logical, and he is tracing things and doing experiments and testing the frequency. And his harrowing, like he's so hungry, this guy. He doesn't want anything to do with the hive mind, and he just doesn't. They bring him like his favorite meal every day and he doesn't eat it. That was so stressful for me. He just tips it over and then goes and eats some dog food. I'm like, oh.
He finds dog food in like a storage space. I get it. He doesn't know what's in the food.
Yeah.
You know,
he doesn't trust anyone, and he makes this arduous like journey to get to Carol, because Carol's been sending out DVDs of what she's found. No, none of the others give a shit. None of the others who've not been affected give a shit because they're benefiting this guy. And it's like a whole episode, like nearly a whole episode of his journey. That was very lost.
That was definitely, yeah.
And they're trying to like stop him and help him. And then they mention these trees with thorns on them, like 12-inch thorns. And then, it was just really hard watch. And I also liked how when they finally got together, there was friction. It wasn't like suddenly like, oh, there's someone, we can help each other. There was like,
well, because she had developed a fondness for, you know, Zosha, but also just kind of the hive mind in general. They're like, because she's like, they don't, you know, she sees the good in them.
Yeah.
By that point, you know, and is that manipulation or not? We don't know, but she has sort of drank the Kool-Aid a bit enough to where he's like, what are you doing? Like, you know, he's like trying to make a dent and trying to crack the code, and she's like trying to stop him. Yeah. To some capacity.
There's a few questions like, what happened to the pets?
They show one of the dogs. They tried to answer that. Like when they're sort of, you know, Zosha kind of brings Carol to their shared sleeping space, which in this case is like a gymnasium, and they're just all sleeping together.
My nightmare.
Exactly. It's hot and sweaty and just
the hive mind all sleeps together on the floor.
On the floor. There's not even covers. They don't have a duvet.
Ew.
What is that? Anyway, there's a dog there, and she's like, oh yeah, you know, if
one dog.
There was one dog, but I mean, I guess in the world, whatever. But she's like, if there's a pet that, you know, loves an individual that used to be, we will take care of them.
There should be more dogs.
I think they do.
And cats.
There should be more. Fucking the hive. What? They're not. I think they don't like animals.
I think there's a hierarchy. I think there's going to be a hierarchy revealed in the next few series. I think because with any hive mind or anything in the animal kingdom, let's say bees, there's still a queen bee. I still think there's like people at the top kind of controlling.
That goes against everything they've said.
Well, can they be trusted?
True. I would like there to be another queen bee who's like another source of friction with Carol.
Because someone has to make decisions. That's the thing.
Cate Blanchett. Cate
Blanchett is the top of the hive mind. And she is making decisions that then the hive do.
Yeah, we need that, or like maybe like a Viola Davis,
Mm.
or I think it needs to be a strong Black woman. To be honest, it needs to be a strong.
I'm telling you, there's gonna be a hierarchy to it.
Okay, we'll see. Again, this goes against, and they can't lie.
Well, she hasn't asked them that question.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
All right, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. I suppose we're gonna have to wait for fucking ages to watch season 2.
I know. So they did greenlight it though.
Yeah. And she won a Golden Globe this year.
She did.
Yeah.
Rhea
Seehorn played Carol, Golden Globe winner, and
Golden Globe winner. So deserved.
So deserved. I mean, because we kind of quickly Googled her, didn't we? And saw she'd been in Better Call Saul.
Mm-hmm.
But she's just so... I really like her. I want to be like her.
I love her character. I love...
I mean, there must be bits of her in the character. That's why,
what I've seen,
Vince Gilligan has said, right, you're going to be. He's written it for her.
For her,
yeah.
From what I've seen in interviews, that is true. She does seem very quick-witted and kind of dry, and just and obviously we have to call out the fact that all of the Sapphics are shipping Ray and Carolina in every interview thing that I've seen. They're like, I've seen all kinds of edits of them. Like, of course they're going to ship them.
And unfortunately, they are both married to men and have children with those men.
Of course.
But Ray is just
we can't have nice things.
Nice things. Ray is just so cool. I want to see her in more things.
Yeah. Which she will. She just won a Golden Globe,
Yeah.
But I do love that these were two women that we really weren't that familiar with. Like they had, they each had their own level of success, but I thought it was great because now it's just like, they've been catapulted to the top of the Sapphic realm. Yeah. Sapphic social media. And obviously they're very talented.
So talented. Huge fan. Huge fan. Yeah. I loved that there wasn't a lead character who needed a man to survive. No. Far from it. That's such a refreshing change.
I know. It's refreshing, and it's also it gives me hope because, as you said, it's the most popular series. It's been on Apple TV, and the lead is a Sapphic. So it's possible because we talk about this all the time, but it seems like any sort of queer led series or film just doesn't do as well as it should, success-wise.
We had Killing Eve with the bad assassin, but I feel like this is we see she's so multi-layered.
Yeah. I also
so fully formed as well.
Yeah. Killing Eve wasn't exactly overtly Sapphic. It was, but it wasn't. They didn't actually say it. Carol is an actual, lesbian.
Yeah.
She had a wife. So, yeah, gives me hope.
Hope. Thanks, Vince Gilligan. You nailed it.
Nailed it.
You absolutely nailed it. There's so many, the black comedy in it. There's so many little hilarious moments. And just she's always kind of pissed off.
That's why we identify with her. Low-key pissed off. She's she could fit right into our content.
Yeah. Rest in bitch face.
She could be a guest star.
Yeah.
But, speaking of which, your this is off topic. Your reel that you just posted about being in a lesbian's apartment, it's doing quite well.
Oh, good. Fantastic. For anyone, I am in a lesbian apartment right now.
Yeah.
Alexi's apartment. Yeah. Keep talking. It's very nice. If you haven't seen my Instagram reel, go watch it. Oh, who could this be? Oh my god!
I know.
Look who it is.
I don't think they believed us. That's why I had to.
Yeah, we were in the same. We're both in New York. Mm-hmm. They let me in.
I was skeptical. I didn't know if they were going to let her in. But
Yeah, they let me in.
she's too gay.
Yeah, they let me in as soon as they found out I was gay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, get back.
Okay, bye.
Get back to your studio.
Okay, bye.
And she goes, bye, bye, bye. So intrusive. So intrusive. Just wanted my own space. And, you know, shh, shh, she's back. She's back. Shh.
God.
She's back. Don't say anything. So yeah.
Oh, no. What was that? What were you saying about me?
Nothing.
What were you talking about?
But yeah, so hopefully you've watched the show and we haven't just ruined it for you. We did say at the beginning that we were going to do it.
We were going to do a deep dive.
Yes.
I don't know why it had to.
But in terms of character, you know, storyline, just knowing she's a Sapphic, it's just brilliant. 10 out of 10
Yeah. One of the best
shows.
One of the best developed characters
Yeah.
I've seen.
And we nearly
a long time.
didn't do episode 2. So I hope other people are not like that. They're like, oh, is it going to be this intense every...
Yeah.
No, but it's not. It's funny. It's funny. It's
that would
sad.
Be my one, yeah, that would be my one critique, I think, is that it kind of set you up to think that it's a certain tone. Then it's not that.
It's not that. Stick with it.
Because if it was going to be like 9 episodes of that, I couldn't do it. I'd be out.
So yeah, give us more Vince Gilligan. Keep it up.
I would like to be a guest star. I'm just going to manifest.
Are you going to be one of the hive mind? I did do an impression of the hive mind when they were getting hived.
What?
They're like, you know, and they're getting hived.
Yeah, they're getting hived.
I'd just be one on the floor face down.
Oh, you would be the one. Yeah, exactly. We did say that. You'd be the face. You could be, yeah. You could be one of those. You could be one of the hive mind when Carol gets pissed off and they start having an issue. You could just be face down.
Which is like me whenever I see a straight storyline on TV.
Exactly. Yeah, you're built for it.
Don't try that at home. I'm classically trained in acting.
So am I.
Yeah. So.
But yes, I would like to be a guest star. We can negotiate the role. I feel like I can kind of like say that I worked my way into another Sapphic series.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that, or is it still a secret?
I think I can. I think I can say that the reality of it exists. Do you want to say it?
I think you should say it.
I think you should say it.
Okay. Someone got to be in a series 2 of a certain show that we've talked about on the podcast.
I think is it still the best performing episode?
Yeah.
Is it still our best?
Yeah, Hunting Wives is like the best That's So Sapphic episode. Yeah, someone got a role in it. Someone's going to be seen on the screen.
I mean, role is like, that's a big word. I wouldn't call it. It's fine. I exist in the show. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I show up.
Maybe we'll tell you which episode nearer the time. But someone is going to be in it.
Yeah.
Worth it just to see the outfit she had to wear.
I did give you a sneak peek of the outfit.
Shh.
Yeah, it is worth it just for that. I will say.
Yeah, very exciting. Yeah, so Vince, if you're casting, I'll take a role. The line for audition is, "Hello, Carol. Hello, Carol.
Wait,
how can we help you? Hello, Carol."
Wait, what's the
message?
The spiel, the message they did.
You find it on Wikipedia.
I'm gonna look it up.
So I was telling Alexi, because I had seen, I don't know whether this is made up or whether this is true, but someone put on Reddit that their sister submitted herself to a psychiatric ward because she had one of those smart TVs, and the way that they advertised Pluribus was with like the language that they use, like, "Hello, Carol. And the sister was called Carol and thought she was having a psychotic episode and that her fridge was talking to her.
I get it.
I don't know whether to believe it. It's a good like urban legend story for like marketing. I think it's smart. I don't know whether it happened or not. But I guess if it was like, hello, Jane, I'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah, exactly.
How can we help
I found
you?
part of the... Hello, Carol. This is a recording. At the tone, you can leave a message to request anything you might need. We'll do our best to provide it. And that's all it says. But then I think it was like, our feelings for you haven't changed.
Yeah, we just need some space.
Given everything that has happened, we just need some space. Yeah.
Which is always my voicemail to anyone.
Yeah, it's true. I just need some space. I wonder who would... Your voice is better. Your recording voice is better.
You've got the American accent, though.
Well, yeah. I did also... I am classically trained in voiceover, like... In like disembodied voice thing,
disembodied voices. Is that the course?
Yeah.
Excuse me,
No.
I would like to get my qualification in disembodied voices.
Because, I mean, thank God I did, because then I got cast in Star Wars as the PA system voice on one of the spaceships. So I feel like that gives me a good...
Well, I did the voiceover for an advert in Brighton and Hove City Council years ago. So the council tax, actually, I was the voice of the animation. And I am classically trained, so...
All right.
So we're both an asset to the industry.
Certainly to the show.
But yeah, if you watched it, tell us in the comments, what did you think? Did you like it? Do you like Carol? Are you going to watch again? We want to know.
What do we think is going to happen with Zosha? Is that going to be will they? I liked when the guy who comes from Paraguay, what he says, which is like, do you want to get the girl or do you want to save the world?
Yeah.
And every lesbian was like,
oh,
why not both?
Yeah, why not both?
Why not both?
I like the way that when she kind of left to have some time with Zosha, she gave him the keys to her house. She was like, enjoy. There's food in the fridge.
There's towels.
There's snacks. There's towels. There's hot water.
I'm going to go get it on with my AI girlfriend.
Yeah, my AI girlfriend. Amazing. Yeah, it did give me that. Because like always on like zombie shows or whatever, I'd be like, oh, I'd so go to the store. I'd still go and try on loads of clothes. That'd be my first thing. But yeah, I think the line of grief like plays into it, which is really interesting because she's grieving and she's angry and she's, not playing up, but fighting everything.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's like many layers and many sort of like metaphors and things like that.
Yeah.
It's a very multifaceted show.
Multifaceted. But yeah, Rhea Seehorn, we think you're ace.
We're obsessed with you.
We're obsessed.
Please interact with us. Be in our videos. I think you'll resonate with our resting bitch faces and our dry wit. Just hang out with us.
Mm. Okay, so that's the first episode for 2026. We've got loads more. Got a list that we're going to cover. And we also want to remind people that we're going to do a live podcast episode at Brighton Fringe because I will be there doing 2 shows of my stand-up shows on the 23rd of May and the 24th of May. And then we are doing a show on the Saturday, May the 23rd at 7 p.m. So my show is at 3 or 4 and I'll put the link in the bio. And then come see my show and then come see us at the Carolina Brunswick in Brighton, England. We're going to do an hour of live podcast. So come join us. Come say hi. You can buy tickets on the brightonfringe.org website. They pay what you want. So pay what you want, whatever you think are worth. And yeah, it'd be nice to have a nice audience. We did it in Manchester. We got to meet lots of people, and yeah, I'm gonna
send us some suggestions if there's anything in particular you want to hear about. Let us know.
Let us know. Yeah, we always like
for the show or for the podcast in general.
Yes, and we add them to a list, and we'll be doing lots more of all your favorite things.
Oh, I just had a question come in.
Okay.
I had a question from the audience. Just don't it just came in. Trust me. What are you most excited to do in New York next, Jane?
Well, we're going. We've been to the museum, and we've been to Central Park. Been to the Whole Foods.
Yes, that was the main thing.
We're going to see Jesse Curson. Comedy Cellar, is it? A comedy? We're going to see some comedy.
New York Comedy Club.
New York Comedy Club. So I'm excited about that. And just hanging out in New York with you. Yeah. Pretty good.
Good answer.
Pretty good. So yeah, we'll probably be sat here again next week, live from New York. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Comment what you think. Let us know. Follow us on Instagram. I'm Jane Does Comedy. We've got That's So Sapphic Pod for the podcast Instagram, where we put pictures. Alexi, you are the Alexi Melvin, right?
Yes.
And we will see you next time.
Ain't it wild how a power suit can ruin your life? Red hair, one stare, and suddenly you're rewatching X-Files every night. Gilligan said, trust no man. Kate said, try women instead. She wasn't out, but my heart was in. Rachel with a sword, that was my origin. Ain't it strange how the canon forgot all the tension, all the heat, all the looks? We saw it, we felt it, we paused it, we yelled it. She saved the world, but wrecked our brain. She raised the dead and sparked our flame. She wasn't loud, but she was loud, and now we're saying it proud. That's so sapphic. Ain't it wild how a power suit can ruin your life? Red hair, one stare, and suddenly you're rewatching X-Files every night. Trust no man. Kate said, try women instead. She wasn't out, but she was loud, and now